from Lamin, ñaari place nak la yoro. So da nga gis ne suma yaay luwa Lamin la, and then suma pa Serekunda. So at some point Lamin fofu la judo, and then the main nursery in Lamin, and then start St. Peter's Primary. Then moved to Farafenye for 2 years because my was a nurse and then midwife. So then the plan them transfers to different locations and different places. So liggéey now with a lot of villages and towns around the country. So the plan move around a lot. So da nga gis ne buñ nekkee in Farafenye, I think ne moom tam dafa war a ñëw waaye time bi mu war a ñëw school will be open and then ñun dinañ late. So we moved to our dad in Serekunda, mooy Latrikunda German, and then foofu lañ continuer from primary school, then middle school to high school. So yeah, so loolu moo tax su ma nit yi laajte dama lay wax ne I have lived both waa Lamin la waa Latrikunda la.
But
yeah, because I lived in both places.
Lamin nga gëna from
well, Lamin la gëna, you know what? Sometimes I'm a little to calculate where did I spend most time of most yeah, exactly, because I grew up in both places, and then also like my mom moved around a lot, and then I have also moved around with my mom a lot during holidays.
And that was the reason lu tax nga demon Farafenni, right?
Exactly, because you know what, Nyamina, somebody Ken rek mama like te Nyamina Dankunku, right? Madam fofu Ken rek daf ma like te nga ne say Mariama bu ma ko ne Mariama Silon mu ne ma ne wobe num janne mu ne ma ala ding la bongo aga susundi num janne. You see, so and then and then she just hold me and then and akonyo go ni ba matata do ko lan take susundi la jang iko kumbol fon take susundi what ma akonyo bahani. So yeah, and it's a very old woman. So for me to see that, so then I guess there are a lot of places small mention because it was a nurse and had a unique name. So nobody, but I'm not Toma all around the country. So for moment to them, small way I feel smile they call and then they always will. They don't remember me as an adult, but they will always tell me about my childhood.
Okay, so xam naa ne nga def sa nursery school explain nga loolu, then nga def senior school fana St. Peter's nga nekkoon foofu nga graduate na?
St. Peter's Primary la nekkoon wante maa ngi graduated in St. Joseph's.
St. Joseph.
Senior second grade.
Foofu nga graduate which year?
No idea. I think 2000 or something.
Yeah, long time ago. Okay.
It is long time. I still don't know. Legally, I want to call some of my schoolmates and ask when did I graduate there. Because I didn't have none of my certificates. I left in Gambia.
I understand. Just like me, man, I have problem in remembering dates.
I don't remember which year I'm where, to be honest. Which year
okay, now it's clear that you Gambia graduated. Gambia graduated school. But how was life in Gambia? Can mo nekon like Senabu in Gambia? Is it that girl bo hamne, you have friends, then you go out, or was it your home girl? But what kind of Senabu then was in Gambia?
Growing up, especially many people that remember me, man kuma munti remember. They always remember how kind I was, that how much I steal food. I was always the person. So sumaneke sekirgi, whoever is late for lunch wouldn't be eating lunch because lunch I'm beginning to somewhere else for someone to eat. So yeah, I always have friends, and then when I come, it doesn't matter whose lunch is there. The Nigel lunch we all can eat. So also because like I said, my dad was a police officer. And then my mom was a nurse, and they were well known. Everywhere, right? So, and then to my eyes, I was a mommy's girl, and I'm the last born as well. So the malan top of my a lot. A lot of people, because she was a midwife. So then I guess anybody they knew that I'm home delivery. Sometimes it's not like the ask for people to come and deliver home, but people will be emergency, and she will be there to help to deliver babies. And then there are a lot of times when I went with her, Inga Hamne come help out. Even though I will not be come for passing the delivery, but I'm always there to lend a hand outside. And then also Sweden Ligay, which because we won in Lamen, Banyu Linding Healthcare Center for Ligay na Fajikunda Healthcare, Jami Foundation, Banju. So Ligay in so many hospitals. So after school, I was always the happy person to go to the to these hospitals, and the Malay render a lot of services, a lot of help, like léegi-léegi ñu ngi demal gars yi si bitig bi léegi-léegi nga gis ku ñëw amee wut lekka mu ngi daanu si yoon bi ñëw, and then we have to buy food or we have to clean on, I like to do these kind of services. So I was that person, that like to help. But also I see my mom, doing this work, and then seeing my dad, even though I don't have that much memory of my dad's work, because obviously police officer doing yobu sendomi see police station. And I was actually born in Bakau, what is it called? The barracks.
Oh, at the bar, oh, really?
Yeah.
That's
My police line in Bakau, yeah.
okay.
So I
So,
was,
so, so that means yow sa liggéey bi nga nekk de pour dimbale nit yi danga ko teel a start as a child because da ngeen dem.
yes. And you know what? And also my grandmother, that's my maternal grandmom, mom tamit, she was, I don't know whether she had diabetes. I don't know what her diagnosis was. But when I was born, they said, mom they amputee benn tànkam bi. One of her leg was amputated. So I was born to seeing my vulnerable grandmother with one leg. And I don't know. And, I was used to helping because now I understand she was disabled, like the person with special needs, because she one of her legs was amputated. But at the time when I was growing up, I didn't know what disability was. Do you understand? I just saw my vulnerable grandmother, who was very, very strong and do stuff. But I used to, Madam Alane ka di dimbali suma grandmother a lot because of disability and bumagis. So I don't know whether these are all things that connected, that made me, or I don't know, maybe it's just the environment that I adapted to.
Or maybe you just love doing it.
Yeah, and then I've just been helping. Like the Malandem, I remember in Yundum, I went there one time, where my mom delivered a baby, and then one time you under Fufnuna, and they have a puppy, and they give me a puppy. You ganar, we bring them back, and so I was just around it, around with parents that rendered services to the nation.
So dafa mel ni danga ko start depuis time xale in the Gambia and group. So léegi kan nga mën a remember as your best friend in the Gambia, nga foog ne, and what was the
I have
memory?
so many. I have so many. Bumalon dem bumalon neke in Lamen. Yasute, if you're Mugi Germany legi. She is my childhood friend because mom, yaayam ak man suma yaay ñolon anda ba pare comme living like a fence rek mo dox suñu digante. And then you have Miss Job, Ramatullah Job. She is also my best friend. Dabajola, Rohimanga. She is my best friend. Buma move in Latrikunda. There's this girl, she was about my age, right? And then mo casa master jóge mu ñëw, and gaañu na léegi mooy Safi Mbay. So mom suñ kër suñ bori kër la dikkoon, and mom daf laan liggéey bidaan. So I couldn't understand that time why ñu war a dem school te mom demut school. yaa ngi gis. So I developed this a massive empathy, and that girl, the Mokolan protect with my life, because I'm like, she didn't have the opportunity that we have. And remember now, the Malan talk because study something by the like English. The Malan talk, so many school, so many when you then they talk new study, and then we started from the alphabet to so, and then Ramatulai Ramatulai Balatuda by Ramulai Kolo Montamit if she's watching. I have a lot of friends, So Nima always sent to Jigalma, but these are like suma childhood friends. These are the ones that Niga Hamne, the people Nyolan and
Marshall. So what do you think was the worst moment for you when you were in the Gambia growing up? Hamga Gambia rewla bo hamne growing up as a child, you experienced some other things you hamne nehudla. But Yosa, when you were growing up as a child, what do you think that was the worst thing that happened to you in the Gambia and you don't like it?
Okay, there was I mentioned my friend Rohimanga.
Yeah.
Who is the Nicolan Oya Dabajola, why Rohimanga mom Nola Tuda. She had a brother, Binga Hamne, was I'm gonna use the correct word here, was mentally unstable. And I'm so sorry, but they might talk about something because I don't know how much this affect them or this might affect them. So yeah. So she had a brother who was mentally unstable, and I also have a brother who is mentally unstable, by the way.
Yeah.
But this is Daba because I was very young and I remember it.
Mhm.
And ñun dañ daan nekk nit yi nga xam ne ak Daba, including Daba ak man, we and then with our friends,
Mhm.
and we used to clap for her, clap for him and dance, and we were, we were like kooku mag nañu a lot, maybe 5 years or more. Yeah.
Mhm.
Why going back, and it's one of the things that up till today it haunts me. That male haunt be elik.
Ah,
Because moo ñu magoon fuuf,
mhm.
waaye dangaa gis ne dañ ko tàccul mu ngi fecca ñun mi su suma bopp sax dañoo fecca.
Yeah, because
It's like
Mhm.
exactly, I was very little. And then also like, dañ ko la yóoni mu dem fii dem fële and stuff. And then now when I look back, it haunts me still
Yeah.
tomorrow. It's one of the, like, sometimes the smell me, and
Mhm.
when it comes, it's just like you just want it out of your head.
Yeah. Yeah.
Because now I have my own.
Mhm. Yeah.
Yeah, because now God has blessed me with my own. King
Yeah.
Hamlet also is mentally unstable.
Yeah.
And then now
It's,
when I look at how I'm protecting my son. And
Mhm.
then at that time I was still little,
Mhm.
but I now know what I did was not right, and including all of us. It's
And yeah,
just that
the family will understand you because time bobu halenge one and then you.
exactly, including mom si papa
Yeah.
rakam bumbokal nearby. So but just looking back,
Yeah.
now what is not okay.
Mhm.
So I'm gonna go back in time to change that. It's one of the things I would have. So I made the opportunity to, because
Yeah.
that person is still alive, and I was lucky to meet him. And I don't know whether my apology was understood, but I did apologize. And up till now, the Malawan Jiga. It's
Yeah.
just one of the cases being happening every time. So anyway, it's something in my childhood. Belegid of Malehont.
Hamna family we will not. We will definitely understand. Guys, like
Yeah,
understand or not.
he's my brother. He's my brother.
But you get to get Gambia. What kind of girl were you? Were you a club girl or you a traditional girl? Or
Absolutely. Absolutely.
what was the childhood like?
Yeah. When I finished school, like I was a calm, sweet little girl growing up. And then I was the one like I said, I grew up, around, I'm seeing a lot of vulnerable people.
Mhm.
But Buma Demebemak, I was wild.
Right.
I was quite wild, especially in Muddy High School. I was in Kololi going to Senegambia every day, partying. Like, I was going to club like literally every day, even though sometimes during the Ampasa, we walk from the Nyojoge, so sometimes the Nyojoge Lamen, walk from like wherever that motor we make it by foot to
Right, no.
Senegambia to just go clubbing. But,
Yeah.
we were very innocent.
Mhm.
But I just like, just loved clubbing, just loved dancing. And, that was
Yeah.
just like the Madigerombo, to be honest.
Yeah, at a time, yeah.
I
Um,
was a terrible teenager.
but how was it like when it comes to like compared to right now in the Gambia? You've been following things, and you are someone called Hamna. You protect a lot of kids in the Gambia, especially Jigeni, Sense and Fana. But the same time, how was it like? Yeah, don't mind me if I ask anything. Do you have the Buguloko answer? Just keep it.
No,
But
that's okay. I'm
how
very,
was
very.
you growing up like with the dating boys, and how were you people protected? They don't feel like you people are protected, or you were just going.
Oh,
How was it
yes,
like?
because you know what? Like I said, my dad
Mhm.
was a police officer. And then I have like 17 brothers and sisters. I'm
Yeah,
from a very big family. So, for Monty Demrek, you know, low Monty face, there is a way you've been brought up.
yeah,
And there are these qualities and,
yeah.
some culture and stuff. Some
Mhm.
things are acceptable. And at the time, I recognized that. But like
Mhm.
Senegambia, every time we go there, somebody is going to drag me out of there to take me home. I
Why?
just have too many brothers and too many sisters.
Oh,
Alhamdulillah.
like you said,
So I was never let free.
from
You know what? Sometimes I have to put a lot of makeup, put this hair so it cover
yeah.
all. There is someone that is my brother's friend or my sister's friend, somebody that is from my community. Ko hamne mo ngi taxaw fofu nonu, ay yena ngi fi. And then they will be dañoo sampu fofu nonu. So there are so many things like so bëggee def dara sax duma ko mën a def because there is just always 4 months to turn around Gambia ñëpp a xamante. And then remember, I'm from Latikunda, German. and you know Senegambia is not far away, so amu dara loy muna def lo xamne nit ki I'm not joking fu ma munti dem rek am na ko fa nekk. So at the end, you know why, but now looking back I just seen like this I am from a very you know protective environment, especially the community that I am from. I'm thankful to them because they said it takes a village to raise a child, right? And my village, you know, I'm grateful to them.
Yeah, état boobu noonu la mel at least soo génnee suñ la gisee even soo leen bokk
doole mën a am jàmm mukk saa yoo génne rek ma ne la ñun dañ dem club nga gis ku laa ñoo di xëcc la dugal la si biir moto bi drive la nag ba seen kër dem dugal la fa yeah.
I know.
Léegi nag dama leen naa wane you know what, I'm over 18 and I finished high school, like I'm happy and stuff. You still going home.
The time of Abu Gambia, time of even you are 20, you know, people will tend to
they always drag you. I'm not going to kula won. Nela hamna sen kir wala sa brother's friend la wala sa community la joge. So you know, nowadays that's definitely difficult to discipline, you know, other people. But in some time, like you know, could you get sa kon sa makla? Fumla buntigis is gonna treat you like exactly like how your biological siblings will treat you.
So how was it like going to club and everything? Is it like the same thing like you know just Gambia right now? Are you people involved in smoking, alcohol, or any kind of drug?
It was available. It was available, and then like I said, it's just Ningamel finger joge.
Yeah,
definitely protect a lot, and then how they bring you up. So I'm not burying Agis, but then that was not the interest.
Okay, but you
Our
guys,
interest was the party. Just that.
You guys never used it, but you've seen it there. Everything was there. But the end Muslim
exactly, because it's just an environment where that is available all the time. But I didn't. Man, Musuma gets drugs. Bebumanyo in Europe with my own eyes.
But you've never
tested
cigarette. You've never tested drug. You've never tested any other thing that is.
No, but I'm raised Muslim, so I don't have no business with alcohol.
That is right.
So you know what I mean.
At one time, joge Gambia. But before that, did you have any relationship like in Gambia? Bohamne was married, balangafa joge or?
No, I was never married.
In Gambia.
No, no. I had a long-time boyfriend when I was there.
Oh, interesting.
And yeah, and then obviously we broke up. Mom and got to kiss so you know and then I have another relationship. You know, and then I started a business because at the end of the day, nobody in my family was happy with my behavior. You know, going to club all the time. You know, so many could club is with my friends all the time. So I was basically rendered useless. I didn't want to go to work.
Relationships in the Gambia? Nyari relationship you have. You were involved in 2 relationships in the Gambia.
Oh yeah, I have 2 relationships which were serious, and then maybe there might be.
The others were not serious.
No, like example, I just wanted, like for me, I just wanted to be, you know, I finished school, so I was just like I want to just enjoy myself with my friends, you know what I mean. But then yeah, duñ te toog benn place ñu génn kat xaar léegi de nga gis ñu laata ku naa next minute nga gis ñu bakaw next minute, so suñ demutee dañ amut pass basically. So yeah, so I was just basically this child that was just don't know what I was doing, you know what I mean. But you know, I was an adult by this time. Do you understand? So, but it's just like responsible. Then we're gonna get responsible adult. But unfortunately, my family didn't see responsible adult. They just see, they know, remember, yeah, I can drunk. I mean, yeah, in the drunk. Yeah, understand. So this was the part. Yeah, but you know, quickly within a couple of years, I got myself together. You know, and then engaged into business. You know, and then I did my first trip going down to Dubai, and then I started my business.
Okay, before you go to Dubai, these 2 serious relationships, were you disappointed or you disappointed them?
Absolutely disappointed in both of them. Absolutely heartbroken.
You disappointed both of them?
No, they disappointed me. Absolutely.
Both of them?
Yes.
Wow.
Yeah.
This is
yeah,
crazy.
Absolutely. Yeah, but you know what? You know, they connect to Europe, right?
Yeah.
Man nekk na Gambia ba ma génn foofu noonu man musuma toog because remember like I said, I'm from a very big family, and you know, I have brothers and sisters ñi nga xam ne they care about us a lot. Yeah, even like if you say suma elder brother ñoo bokk baay, but tey bi nii suñ ma doon maye suma elder brother moo ma maye because suma papa dafa gaañu. So we have brothers, and then I was, you know, like then there a lot of clothes, you know, swing brothers dañ ko yónnee from the diaspora, swing sisters from the diaspora. So I was not like, you know, ba pare maa ngi gis suma brothers yi ñu get dem di ñëw, suma sisters yi ñu get dem di ñëw. You understand what I mean?
Yeah.
So whatever the fashion was, we were having some of it. I'm not saying you from a rich family at all, but
Mhm.
it was comfortable enough. So
Yeah.
then I just come here for Europe. I didn't, because my whole life, my sisters in you get travel when I was, kind of, a toddler,
Yeah.
basically.
Mhm.
So, you know what I mean? So, pull for Europe, musuta boka suma help. But, you have the idea, because our sisters, some brothers, sisters, in Europe, you have the idea, like, one day I will
Ideally.
go.
Yeah.
Like, name fail, dinadam. So,
Mhm.
I never have this mentality, oh, the mabuka them Europe, or the mabuka them fee. So, I never
Musuh
have that.
naps lah, like boy ini kau dewa naps.
Musuma
Musuh
nafse. So danga gis ne man buma started then danga gis ne, so buma commencé di dem, and trust me, counseling left right and center.
Mhm.
Danga gis ne ku joge sa suñ koñ senabu niti xamuñ la wor yini senabu yung fo dem ñu tassé yo ñibil doga na fi gën fele. So you see, after some time, and the counseling from both our neighbors and at home, so my I was not happy, my family was not happy with this. So I kind of quickly put myself together, and then fortunate enough, put my travel, and then my engage myself into business.
Okay, so Yaya explained this. Her first trip was Dubai, right? It was not even not on Europe. What
No.
was the trip about?
Oh, I just went because obviously, I just wanted to see what the market was like. And then remember, I've never worked, never
Mhm.
did business in my life.
Mhm.
So this was new to me, you
Mhm.
know. So, and then I know that I was always interested in fashion, you know. And then when I was going, I was more interested, like in my time, I was a teenager, so I was more interested in fashion, like European fashion attires, not African fashion attires. But
Mhm.
now, where is the visa? So, I'm not traveling to Europe. And at that time, um, the easiest was to go to Dubai.
Mhm.
So then Limalon def Monica, I will go to Morocco, and then Portugal, then transition to Dubai, and then ngadet jarale Abu Dhabi and come back.
Yeah.
There was one trip where I went to Saudi Arabia, and just try to see the market. But I was very fortunate, because obviously I remember Chankan, mom nañ ma bolelon bumalon dem. So
Mhm.
because she always traveled that time, I'm not legi do remember sa, but she
Mhm.
always was traveling. So new boleko akman funa Uncle
Yeah,
Joja mo bolek.
What business got on? Like what business lah? What business?
When I was traveling, I just knew that I was just going to buy some stuff. So when I went,
You have
yes,
no idea what are you going to
yeah,
buy.
I just knew I was gonna go and buy some stuff. I
Mhm.
remember at that time, even when women on them start put their business,
Mhm.
you know what? I was not even this business minded. I just love the fashion. So when I have the funds available, I
Mhm.
knew I want to go. So I was just going to try and see what is in Dubai and what I can get. Lolo mota mat jarale in places there, and just look at what is there in the market. But all man lima bugon monitor to open a fashion shop. But
Mhm.
the European, where I was going, this is not like the European clothes you mabuga. Yeah, you
Mhm.
understand. So Buma de Mefaf, Ninma Bolel, I end up buying a lot of African stuff. So I was just looking at, I just
Mhm.
sorry, you might call.
Oh, well,
Yeah,
guy, buy and call, please. Buy
sorry,
and call.
I
This
do
is a
receive
very
a call. How
important.
much?
Yeah, buy and call. It's a very,
So
very
hold on.
important interview, please. Yeah,
Okay,
yeah.
so don't be mama call. How much yama diga legi?
Yeah, mala dega.
Mala diga tumala.
Okay. Okay. You
Kon
have
ma
to
drop. Ma
drop
drop ma genat.
that join out.
Okay.
That join out. Yeah. So we are gonna get Sai Touray again. So if you are watching from YouTube, please try and say it for us. If you are watching on TikTok, please try to tap the screen. We're going to discuss. Yeah. Okay.
Okay.
Yamadega, right?
Yeah, mala diga. Sorry, it's don't be mama call.
No, no, no.
So
It's
yeah,
okay.
so I went with no idea, but came with some ideas. Because then Bumanyewe Luma recognized Monica.
Mhm.
There was good business for gold and silver. Diamond, I didn't have the money. So
It was
but
expensive.
gold and silver was
Mhm.
really, and then all these guys from Germany, time of the semester, they want this, chain reunion. So
Yeah,
and
yeah.
these were available. So when I went, my calls my halis mom,
Mhm.
mahamne, sumabuge invest into that, it was not going to work. So what I did was invest into, bags, dali charahini, in amfofno chain, all these attires,
Mhm.
the fabrics and also jewelries and stuff. So you're
Yeah.
in the one. That's my second trip. my genius, my profit back my capital be bolelen. And then when I went, la lon jënd cheni ori and stuff, and then I was marketing that. Thank God I had, some friends, family friends, ñi nga xam ne ñoo ma doon dimbale. Fekk ma ñëw ma, but I sent it to them, and then ñoom ñu jaayal ma, and it was really good market.
Was it a successful business for you in the Gambia?
Absolutely, yeah.
So some business was at one time kon nga buy this business pour gain a Gambia nga ne maa ngi dem Europe.
Business be moma in the fee.
Okay, business be okay. Explain how sinaka.
Yeah, basically, bu ma nekkee di jaay. So, and then nit yi suñoo say they want to get the best of the best. Then you want to get something that is not in the market. Wala suñ ko sol tamit dina jël some time pour gisaat ko si market bi. Yaa ngi understand? So, am na ñeneen duma oo seen tur, but dañ ma naan ñoom helpoon nañ suma business trop because ñooñu indil nañ ma lot of business. So dañoo ñëw ñu explain ma lañ leen bugga. So man damaa dem ñu jox ma xaalis bi ak man tamit suma xaalis ma am, and then I go and then nga gis jëndal leen or, and then jëndal leen these materials ñu bugga, and and then send it. So that was fine. But and then am na yenn European men's wear ak women's wear yi nga mën a jënd foofu noonu, but still not to man la laa bugga. And I was lucky because amoon naa the some consulates yi lay jógee si American embassy and the British embassy. The British embassy kulandaan ku ko indi woon si man, the consular there moom jëkkëram si boppam Gambian la woon. It's from Bakau. So I just don't want to call names because obviously I don't know their situation now. So anyway, yeah. So because Madam Be Ibe Boutique, so my Ibe shop be, it was called Cool Choice Boutique. So my Ibe Lolo, and then Nyom Coco the Flan in the British embassy in Daniel, and then American embassy in Daniel. Why British consul bunyo one, Mama suggested Munema, you have really, really good sense for like fashion. So sila mawa why not why hana musuro think pull them maybe Europe and buy European attires. And I was like, that should be a good idea. So well, think about it. So I thought about it. So my business documents and my accounts and stuff, and I was very honest with what I was doing and went to the embassy, and I was lucky to get a B visa. And that's how I traveled here.
That's okay. No nga ñëwé fofu non.
Yeah, but bu ma ñëwé ba fii nii sax dama laan jënd bagage di pour su shop bi dama laan jënd di yóbbu the freight time boobu noonu red coat, we were using red coat, time boobu zepe xaw ma zepe didn't exist that time.
That is recent,
exactly. So air freight mun ngaa def sea freight, but it takes forever. So air freight moo doon jeexal suñu xaalis yi at that time. So so dama laan nekk di dem across like market bu nekk in England, Holborn Market, Wembley, dama lay dem ba Leeds, Wakefield, fu nekk laa leen fu ma munti dem rek dugg naa si seen market si pour look for what I'm gonna sell in the Gambia.
So how was it like being demee England first as a young girl, dem nga foofu noonu the starting, how was it like?
I was used to Dubai, so bu ma nekkee so lan dem understand nga Saudi Arabia and stuff. So yaa ngi foog ne yow soo ñëwee fii you are actually going to walk on silver roads, and you know what I mean. So I was disappointed. But dama ñëw ba Gatwick di laajte gars yi I was asking the flight attendant believe ma bu ma gisee Gatwick ma gis foofu Colgate. La war like flight attendant bi ma ne ko ne did we travel to UK? Mu ne ma yes. Mu ne ko awee in Gatwick? Mu ne ma yeah. Because your society Dubai sent airport and Saudi Arabia, all of these places, nga ñëw Dubai nga ñëw Gatwick is crazy. So I was not convinced. You know what? I'm thinking like dama dugga in front airplane or something. Dama disappointed on trop because no one expected Europe di mel ak buñ ma indee Gatwick ma land si seen airport bi. I was like, this is a joke. Yeah. But then bu ma demee ba dugga ba gis tubaab yi ba gis I was like, okay, I'm in the right place. Yeah.
So nga dugga foofu noonu soo ñëwee in Europe pour nga settle sometimes is difficult, especially as a young person. Yéen seen time bi ngeen demee, how was it like? Am nga dimbal?
I came with a visa, so they were through those things.
It was easy for you.
Yeah, so they were through those things. But and then dama ñëw holiday visa, so dama doon ñëw di dem. And then at the end, ñu jox ma working holiday visa. So I was also able to work and then to go home and continue my business. But at the end, I just like, but after my fee, so it became too much for the business and work here. So I kind of let go of the business and focus on work and yeah, and then transition and being a restaurant here.
Okay, so being age you stop the business in the Gambia after
Oh no,
you
no, after a few years, yes.
after
After a
few
few years, yeah.
that's stop.
Yeah.
So then for after you get married, or it took some time.
It took a long time.
A long
Absolutely
time.
long time, yeah.
And you were working, you got
Absolutely,
married
yeah.
before forming this foundation, or after married, like,
No,
formed
I formed the foundation when I have kids.
when you have kids.
More than
Okay.
anybody didn't want it because their father is British. So then they fuck ne, you married nobody said they call they on top of white people but I have my papers before I got my kids. I have
Yeah.
my papers before I met their dad. So
Yeah.
this
Yeah.
was not my story. No.
Yeah. And it's very good that you explain this so that people
No,
understand.
no, no, because when they see mixed race children, straight away, they just form the opinion ne, you are with their dad for so that you're on paper. My story was not like that. Man papi suma domi joxuñ ma kayit, suma domi joxuñ ma kayit. I already have my papers. I've been here legally, following due process, to
Yeah.
applying on time, and I got
Yeah,
my papers. So I didn't, yeah, that was not my story, unfortunately.